Well, anyways, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for coming to this presentation about the Tier 5 Community Opportunity. I just actually want to jump right in and tell you about the Tier 5 Community Opportunity. It is essentially the first ever community-owned and operated software development company, and we actually specialize in building SaaS software. So if you don't know what any of that is, just hang out for the presentation and we're going to explain all of that information to you. First off, what is SaaS software?
It's something, the company that provides the software as a service, they are called generally SaaS software companies. So
it's a software.
Yeah.
So a SaaS software is essentially a software that is a software as a service. Users pay a monthly fee to use that software. So common prices are between $47 and $497 a month.
Yeah, they pay in monthly basis or the yearly or LTD or based on the consumption.
So users pay every month, or they pay once a year. Sometimes they do what's called a lifetime deal, and usually SaaS companies do that to get their initial beta testers to offset the cost of development and to get some marketing money. And then after they do that initial LTD, they go to an upgrade model. They even build in ways whenever they do the LTD to be able to get those first set of customers to actually get them to upgrade on a monthly model. All right, so it's a really awesome company model. If you want to know some SaaS companies, Salesforce, HubSpot, Infusionsoft, ClickFunnels, ManyChat, Microsoft Online, Adobe, those are just some of the actual SaaS companies out there. Very, very profitable companies. So here's some fancy figures that we wanted to show you. The total market share of the overall SaaS industry is $385 billion a year. So $385 billion with a B a year. That's how much is made from SaaS industry. The top 50 SaaS companies are pulling in $22 billion, again with a B, $22 billion a year. The big dog, the big fish out there in the SaaS market is Salesforce.
And it makes $10 billion a year, again with a B.
$10 billion a year from Salesforce. ClickFunnels, another SaaS company. Maybe you guys are familiar with ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels makes about $7 million a month. And the reason that we're talking about ClickFunnels is we're going to use ClickFunnels for some of our modeling and some of our projections because they're an average size SaaS company. They're not a huge SaaS company. They don't actually fit into these top 50 SaaS companies. ClickFunnels does not fit inside there. They are what you would consider more of an average size SaaS company. So we're going to be modeling them some. So we're just going to talk about them. Their revenue is $7 million a month or $84 million a year. All right. And what we've shown here is we've shown the actual ClickFunnels engineering team over here on this picture where it says "Give to the Geniuses." Those guys sitting in that room, that's the ClickFunnels engineering team that they themselves on their webinar said these are the guys that build our software. 9 engineers over 18 months. And here is the Tier 5 team that you're going to learn about a little bit more. We just wanted to give you a little bit comparison. There. All right. Why would I own a SaaS company? Why would you want to own a SaaS company? Ankita, why would anybody want to own a SaaS company?
There are several reasons. I mean, it obviously, like, if you are going to take an example for like a restaurant business, and it's like requires some inventories, like per menu, per customer, you have to make the food, you have to get the ingredients, and it's just for one customer. So for every customer, you have to basically buy again and like invest the inventory to make the food, right? But in SaaS software, like in SaaS companies, you just have to pay, like you have to maybe pay the initial cost and to have the product or to build the product, and after you have it, it just prints money for you. So that's one of the reasons that you should like own a SaaS. And then you will have a residual revenues, like every month you can earn from the product that you have just built, and then it has huge income potential and obviously the very low cost of inventory that I just described.
So basically why you want to own a SaaS company is basically you can print money, residual revenue comes in every month, high income potential, a huge income potential like we just showed you, $385 billion a year, very, very low cost of inventory. What she said about that basically print money, what that means is in the traditional, just like she explained, in the traditional company of like a restaurant or something, you have to have all your administrative overhead and all your facilities overhead. That's included in the things that the costs that you have to incur to be able to service one customer. On top of that, you have to have inventory for every customer. The things that you're selling, be it time, you know, if you're providing legal services, you have to have time as an inventory. You still have to have all the overhead to service every customer, but you also have to have the time. If you're selling widgets, you have to have the physical widgets. With SaaS, it's a different model. With SaaS, you do have to have all your overhead like you would in every company, but you don't need anything else to service your clients. So all you need is that overhead. The same thing that it costs you to service one client is the same thing that it costs you to service 100,000 clients in the SaaS model, because it's just user accounts in your software. Why would you not want to own a software though? Like, why would you not want to own a software? Lots of different reasons you don't want to own a SaaS software. And the main reasons are you have a high barrier to entry. So it's a competitive market. There's a huge high barrier to entry because there's a huge upfront development cost. You've got to pay engineers, project managers to go in and actually take thoughts out of your head and turn them into an actual reality. You got to have a design team. You have to have an engineering team, and that's a huge cost. We know because this is what we do. This is what Tier 5 does. We sell software engineering services, and we charge money, but we don't charge near as much as what our competitors do. In my industry, you know, I come from a background of professional software engineering, and I know how much it costs, and it's a huge cost. On top of that, you got to do beta testing. That's typically a paid service. You got to go out and find people to be the early adopters and actually do all the testing that a testing team just can't do. They can't foresee every use case of actual users because they themselves are engineers and their mindset is a little limited on understanding how everyday users could use something. So to fully test your platform, you got to bring in beta testing, and that is also an expensive thing. And there's also
and you don't see the return.
You don't see the return immediately. There is quite some time before you actually start to see a return on investment. So those are kind of the reasons you would want to own and the reasons you wouldn't want to own a SaaS company. Who the heck are we? So who am I? Who's this beautiful girl here? Well, my name is John Vaughn, and I'm the founder and CEO of Tier 5.
My name is Ankita Nandi, and I'm also the founder and managing director of Tier 5. So I have been into other startups in my past after like college, but I left that. Like I was the Android developer over there, and I have managed several projects before in my life, and then I founded this company with John. So
me, I come from a background of a machinist. I worked as a journeyman machinist, you know, building cool things, building parts, going out and getting blueprints and turning those blueprints, you know, finding some steel and then creating things with mechanical tooling. So I have a background in mechanical engineering as a journeyman machinist. I also have a background in software engineering. I have a background in project management for software projects. I was CTO of a company called Mirrormix. I'm the founder and CEO of Tier 5. So the largest software project that I've ever managed was about $6 million is what it cost that client to buy that software from the company that I was actually working for. And that was the last company that I worked for before founding and starting Tier 5. So what about our dreams and ambitions? Like, what do we want? What do we dream about? What are we passionate about? Well, I will tell you what.
Surely not Lamborghini.
We definitely want to grow to a $10 billion company. We definitely want to grow to above a $10 billion a year company. We totally want to rival Salesforce, and we want to chop into that $385 billion a year industry and grab up as much as we can. So we have that much ambition. We do want to have, you know, $10 billion a year, $20 billion a year, $30 billion a year. There is no limit to that ambition. But why? Like, why do we want to do this? Why do we want all this money?
And what do you do with all this money?
We definitely don't want to buy what we would consider, and no offense, but these are just things that we're uninterested in. We don't want Lamborghinis. We don't want big, huge palaces and mansions. We don't want Rolexes and diamond rings. Those are not the things that actually we're interested in. But what you see over here on the right, oh yeah, BCIs, brain-computer interfaces, finding ways to actually tap into the human consciousness and be able to actually control devices with your brain, which is like real technology today. 3D printers, quadcopters, you know, this thing that you see at the bottom is actually a really cool high-tech 3D printer that I got my eyes on that allows you to actually prototype PCB boards, a thing that used to cost you at least, you know, $100,000 or $1 million to get a prototype of your circuit. You can now literally do at home with this device. CNC machines. I used to work on those. So these are the things that we're passionate about, and these are what we want to actually, you know, why we want $10 billion a year, why we want all this money, so that we can actually inspire change and innovate and progress humanity through technology, because that's what we believe is the actual key to a happy world and a more efficient world. We believe the one way through that is not buying a bunch of Lamborghinis and Rolexes. It's actually investing in R&D, investing in innovation, and finding the things that will actually benefit humanity. So those are kind of our dreams and passions. Some Tier 5 stats. You want some Tier 5 stats? So we started Tier 5 December 22nd,
yeah,
2015.
For the sake of the record, we like to state that we started this company in 2016 January.
To make it easy and to make the fiscal year easy, we just say that we started January 2016. We currently have 34 employees that work at Tier 5. 30 of them are full-time software engineers. Ankita and I are not included in that. We don't include ourselves. We did start the Tier 5 community. I started the Tier 5 community back in May. It's been a vision and a dream that I've had ever since starting this community, this company. I just wasn't ready to start it when we first started the company, all right? So we're a 3-year-old company pretty much now. We have 6 softwares in the market right now. We currently have around 90 community members that are already in our community that have already, you know, are excited about this model and willing to go with this opportunity that we're gonna talk about. We already have 90 of our 300 limit. We have a user base of about 600 users in all our different softwares right now. Our OCI is our inflated operating cost. So this is an important thing. This is our inflated operating cost, and this is essentially a mathematical function that describes if Tier 5 wants to continue to operate, and we want to just cover our cost, our operating cost, and we want to continue to grow at the same aggregated rate that the mean growth rate over the last 3 years, and we also want to continue to experience inflation as we've saw the mean inflation, the average inflation over the last 3 years. Any given month, our most expensive, worst case scenario month, it would cost us $30,000 a month to operate our company with 34 employees, 30 of them being full-time software engineers. Right. You can see our office space. We got a 4,000 square foot office here. Our competitors' best case, if you were to actually pick our company up and move it to the United States right now, and no offense, you were to hire a bunch of dumb engineers, a bunch of low level that have just graduated college, they don't have 5 years experience or 7 years experience or 10 years experience like a lot of our employees do. Best case scenario, it would cost our competitors $200,000 a month at a minimum, best case for them to actually run the same type of company, all right? So we want to give you some limited financial data, and the reason that we call this limited financial data is because this is the financial data that was most easily accessible in the 30 minutes before actually putting together this presentation without actually having to go in and contact my accountant and get all the actual documents from the accountant and take into consideration that most of our clients, what most of our clients do is they do direct bank transfers because they have contracts and they have very large-scale software projects, and they have dedicated resources over here, all right? So those types of clients, which are typically software firms, like I said, they just directly draft money into our bank account, and it wasn't easily accessible from Stripe or from PayPal or from our other venues, but I do want to show you some limited financial data. So this is from the Tier 5 Stripe account from March 2016 to today's present date, and what we do with the Tier 5 Stripe account, we have very limited clients in here. These are our low-end clients that are not on a long-term contract, and they don't have multiple developers. They just basically pay us by the hour, all right? So those types of clients we bill here in this Stripe account. And then starting May, when we started the Tier 5 community, that community revenue is included inside this as well. So you can see, pulling right from Stripe, the total volume is $600,000 plus, all right? We're gonna move on. Here's PayPal. So again, limited from PayPal. What we do with PayPal is also very limited clients, all right? These are, again, the same low-end clients that pay us an hourly rate. They don't have very large-scale software projects. They're not on a 3 months or a 6 months contract with 2 or 3 dedicated resources on their team. They just pay us by the hour for, 20 hours here, 40 hours there, 50 hours there, all right? And they're also not comfortable with invoicing you and putting in their credit card information. They just prefer PayPal. That's their preferred mechanism. So from from January 2016 to present date, $318,000 there.
Wow.
Also limited financial data. This comes from Upwork. So Upwork is one of the ways that it's not the main way. Our real target is software engineering firms, but this is one of the ways. Literally, I've done this for a case study. So I have a course out there that if you want, it's none of that revenue is actually included in this. But I have a course on how to be a successful top-rated freelancer, and literally all this Upwork account has been a case study for that. And you can see here my Upwork profile. I got a 95% job success rate. I've earned over $200,000 on Upwork. And you can see here, so again, this is limited clients. These are not our big clients. These are just limited entry clients. Some of them actually end up turning into a large project and hiring dedicated developers, but they don't stay on Upwork very long. You can see since November, so for the past 12 months, we've done $88,000 just from Upwork, and the total amount that we've done has been $247,000 on just Upwork. All right. So with that limited financial data, the limited amount that we're actually able to just put together before, we got $247,000 on Upwork, $600,000 plus on Stripe, $300,000 plus on PayPal. The other stuff, the direct bank drafts and stuff like that, wasn't really easy to go in and actually do the accounting because I got to talk to my accountant. So I just left that off the table. So our pseudo, since we're not including all the ways that clients actually just put money directly into our bank account, as you guys could probably understand, if you're working with a $100,000 client, they're not going to pay you with a debit card or credit card. They're going to wire money to your bank account, and that's what our typical clients do. We're just leaving that off the table. So our pseudo total revenue has been over $1 million, $1,172,000. And our pseudo total cost, if you were to actually take that $30,000 a month OCI that we've described, and you were to actually distribute that over the actual 34 months that we've actually been existing in this company, you can see that our maximum worst case scenario cost, not our actual cost, would be $1,020,000. What you see in this picture up here at the top right, those are our physical expenses for the month of October. So you can see, and this is, October is we have quarterly expenses, and this is one of the high quarters. So we're typically lower than this. Remember that OCI is not the physical operating cost, it is the inflated operating cost to allow so that we can continue to grow at our same historic growth rate. We can continue to experience inflation, having to pay higher salaries, just like we've seen that we've had to do over the last 3 years. It takes all that into consideration so that we know over the next 12 months what could be our maximum cost, all right? You see our physical cost here is $24,000 this month, so that you can understand we're already a profitable company. We've done over $1 million in sales. We've had less than $1 million in operating costs. We're already a profitable company.
And we have done all this by ourselves.
All by ourselves with no traditional marketing whatsoever.
Yes.
Like literally we've done, I forgot to give you the disclaimer that we're both software engineers.
Yes, not
and
marketers.
we're just not marketers. Sorry about that. That's one of the reasons for having the community, and you'll find out here in a second. So there's some limited financial data for you. My wife thought that you guys would like to see that limited financial data, so we just added that in there for you. All right. Here's another picture again, just to show you the difference between, look at ClickFunnels on the right. This is the team that built ClickFunnels on the right, all right, where it says Step 4, Give to Geniuses. That's the team that built ClickFunnels. Remember, they're making $7 million a month. On the left, you can see our 1-year anniversary of Tier 5 and our 2-year anniversary of Tier 5. Come December, we're about to have our 3-year anniversary, and we're going to live stream it in the community. You guys can see what we do on our community. You can do, if you're in the community, we'll be live streaming it. You can see what we do at our anniversary. You can see the circle of trust that we have and how much fun and how much that we're not like a company, and we're a lot more like a family, a very smart family. So we're like the Jetsons, a very smart family that loves technology. So now let's kind of just move in to the community opportunity. And first, I just want to explain to you the concept of the community and what the high-level concept of the Tier 5 community is. So the concept of the Tier 5 community is essentially a co-op, a software engineering co-op. It is a community-owned software engineering firm. So community members are in charge of covering the operating costs of the company. Exchange for that, they get unlimited access to all the software built by the company. They get exclusive distribution rights to sell the software and distribute the software and make a profit. And they also get revenue shares, stock options of the company. So we build software on demand for the community. The community comes to us and say, hey, we need this software to help us in our everyday life. Or we're connected with these types of people and they need this type of software and they'll pay this much money for it. So we literally build software on demand for the community. It's a collective, collaborative effort. And what we would like to do ultimately is we would like to fill the community up with entrepreneurs, small business owners, and marketers, both digital and affiliate marketers. And we'll kind of get to that in a second, why we want these people and why we want to give up all the revenue of our company. Not all of it, but the large portion, 75% of the revenue we distribute back out to the community members. Why we want to do this and why we're looking for entrepreneurs, small business owners, and marketers, both digital and affiliate. What are the real advantages of being part of the community, though?
The real advantage is that we are like 3-year-old profitable company, and you get the huge cost savings. The community members do the beta testings, and the product that we make or we will make in future, it will be already market validated by the community members or by the digital marketers and the affiliates. And you get the rights to distribution and like exclusive distribution rights, and like you can sell the software that we will make for you. So those are the advantages. And if you remember, we just talked about some disadvantages of not like owning a basically software like SaaS company, like high barrier to entry, huge upfront development costs, beta testing, and you don't see the return like long time. So those disadvantages we just talked about, now it becomes advantages for joining the community.
So pretty much the advantages of joining the community is the community model actually solves every reason that you don't want to have your own SaaS company. There's a high barrier to entry, huge upfront development costs. With the community model, there's not a huge upfront development cost. That's all covered by the community. Beta testing, you don't actually have to go find beta testers because the community members get unlimited access to all the software, so they get to go into the software and they get to test it and find all the bugs before it goes to market. The software is already market validated because it's market validated by the community. We don't build a software unless the community wants to build it and thinks that is going to be a moneymaker. Long time before return. One of the biggest reasons of that is a huge upfront cost, and also because of the fact that you have to do the sales and distribution, and you don't just launch a software and tomorrow have 100,000 sales in it. You have to go find affiliates, or you have to run ads and actually do sales. With the community actually does the sales and distribution, and they can actually be finding all the users as we're working on building the software, so that as soon as we actually launch the software, we already have a list of clients. So the huge advantages of joining the community are the fact that we all own a company. We're partners in a company that's a SaaS company that is, as you can see, has huge income potential, and we have completely eliminated all the reasons that you don't want to own your own SaaS company. Those are the advantages. So again, one more time, the advantages: you get to work with an established 3-year-old profitable company and be a partner of that. You get a huge cost savings. I showed you in a previous slide how our cost to do business is about 13% of a competitor right in the US. So all the beta testing can happen by the community. They can do the beta testing because community members have that incentive. You get unlimited access to all our software. So you can go in there before we launch it to the market and you can test it all up to make sure that it is a perfect software that goes out to the market. Community members can do the market validation. It's your ideals and your thoughts that go into actually planning and building the software. We build the softwares that you want, so they've already been market validation. And the distribution and sales of the software, which one of the reasons that it takes so long to see a profitable SaaS company, because sales don't just happen the next day. And the community model, sales can happen the next day, because as we're building the software, all the community members can be talking to their community and their network and getting them prepared that we're going to be launching this software and building up a wait list and a user base. So those are really the main advantages of joining this opportunity and the community concept. All right. So what about those softwares that we've built? So if you remember, what I told you is what we do at Tier 5 is we sell software engineering services. We are a service-based company that sells software engineering services to other companies. They buy our software engineering services. And the goal that we have with the Tier 5 community concept is to transition from being a service-based company to a product-based company, specifically a SaaS company, all right? So 80% of what we do as a company is sell software engineering services, all right? The other 20% we've used to build our own software products. And we've done this to have a lot of the projects that we work on we're behind NDAs, we're behind no competes, and we can't even talk about those. So we don't have, we're not allowed to use that work as a profile thing to say, hey, look, call this client, hey, look, see this software, because it would violate our contracts, all right? So we've built these softwares for demo pieces, portfolio pieces, and to also because we have this dream of having our own products in the market, all right? And we have users. Remember, we have our 600 users distributed through these softwares. So we have 6 softwares in the market that we've built at 20% capacity. We have not taken our full 34 employees and said, hey, you guys are actually going to build software products for us. What we've done is we've taken about 25 of our employees and we said, you guys are working for our clients. They're paying us to build stuff. You guys work for them. And the other 5 or 7 employees, you guys are going to build our own software products. And what we want to do is transition to 100% capacity where every Tier 5 engineer works for a Tier 5 software in this new community partnership. So the softwares that we have right now, we got 6 of them. We got RoboContact. It does lead generation, cold outreach automation, really awesome. Text in Bulk also does lead generation. It is like a virtual phone. It does all sorts of automation. It helps you through the entire nurturing process and the entire communication process of your leads. Sticky Reviews is a social proof software, kind of like Proof or Provely. With
reputation management also.
It does do reputation management as well. We've got Magic Zap, which is an awesome software, Link Wizard, Invoicing You, all of which you can go in and check out and find more information about all these softwares and see how cool they are. But those are the softwares that we actually have in the market right now. Hopefully everybody can still hear, right? Hopefully nobody's having any problem hearing.
And we are also having ChatVago.
We're also working on ChatVago, which is our own version of MiniChat or ChatVuel, and that is coming soon. So the offer stack, what do you get if you join the Tier 5 community? What's in it for you?
You get unlimited access to all the Tier 5 current softwares. Right?
You get access to all of those softwares we just showed you, unlimited access. That's over $850 a month. If you just go buy those softwares from us right now, you get unlimited access to all of our current software.
Yes, and also you get unlimited access to all the future Tier 5 software that we'll build for you guys, and it almost like we can project that it's almost gonna cost minimum $1,500 per month. And you also get to network with the people, the community people, with like-minded people, business owners, entrepreneurs, small like affiliates and digital marketers. You also get to come give your ideas and like for the development and help your dreams or your ideas that can come true through us. You get to have the good income opportunities and live trainings that we have weekly meetings in every week. And also we give commissions to the affiliates, the Tier 1 and Tier 2. Tier 1 get 41% of affiliate commission and Tier 2 get 17% of affiliate commission. So in total you get 58% of affiliate commissions to bring more people. And you also get revenue shares of the company. So we issue 10,000 revenue shares, and like each community member at least get minimum like 2 revenue shares of Tier 5.
So the offer stack, well, all you get unlimited access to all current Tier 5 software. All of this software that we showed you, you get unlimited access to all this software, over $850 a month value. All future software. Once we're going 100%, we're going to kick out. You can see that at 20%, we've built 6 softwares at 20% over the last 3 years. So you can understand that 100% over the next year, we're going to build 7 or 8 new softwares just like those, but different than those, serving different needs. You're going to get access to all that future software as well. All software you get. The networking opportunity from the community. You get the network in the community. The collaborative software development. You literally get to help shape and bring new software to life. You can go into the community. You can post your ideal. If they love it, if they get on board, your ideal becomes a reality. We build it for you. The income opportunities, all right? So we'll get back to those income opportunities. The live trainings, all right? So there are live trainings. We do live trainings all the time in the community. You get all those live trainings. And then the income opportunities. We have 2 different income opportunities for you. We've got the affiliate platform where you can promote the community. You can promote the software products. And we pay a 41%. It's a 2-tiered affiliate platform, just like most affiliate platforms. You get 41% on the first tier, 17% on the second tier. And then the revenue shares, the ownership. So we literally formed a limited partnership all right? And you get to be a silent partner, which means you have a legal claim to X% of the revenue that's generated by our company, each by our new partnership. Each community member is going to get a minimum of 2 revenue shares of Tier 5. There are lots of ways for you to get more revenue shares, all right?
We're gonna come up to that later.
Your investment. What is your investment? How much is this opportunity going to cost you? Well, we have 3 different investment options for you. We've got the $97 a month, which is the standard community membership that goes over everything that we just talked about here. We've got a $197 a month, which is the team's membership, which has a little bit more. And we've got the $297 a month, which is actually the Inner Circle membership that has a little bit more as well. All right. So with the $97 a month community membership, there's a 750 limit on that. It's only limited to 750 people. You get the Tier 5 software pass. That's what we explained. You get unlimited access to all current and future software. You get access to our software engineers. So you get access to the supportive community. So you get that networking opportunity. You get to collaborate with software development. Literally, your ideas can come to life. You can work together. You can work directly within our engineers, ask for this feature, ask for that feature. You get the income opportunities. You get to take advantage of the affiliate platform, promote the community or our software products that we're just going to keep adding more and more products to our lineup.
And you get revenue shares.
Correct. And you can promote those. It's a total 58% commission in the affiliate platform. And you get the revenue shares. So you get at least 2 revenue shares of Tier 5. We even have a cool calculator that you can actually use to check those out. All right. So that's what you get at the $97 a month membership. If you go to the $197 a month membership, you get a little bit more. So you get everything that you get with the community membership, plus you get the agency software pack. What that means is you get 5 additional accounts on every single Tier 5 software. If we launch a new software, you're going to get 5 additional accounts on that software. When we launch a new software, you're going to get 5 accounts on that. You can do whatever you want with those accounts. Those are yours, included in your membership. If you want to give them away for free, you can. If you want to give them as an additional bonus for one of your other offers, you can. If you just want to outright sell them, you can and keep 100% of the money. So we've tried to work in a way at that higher membership that if you want money right now today, you got 30 software accounts that you can go in and sell at a discount, and even discount. You know, we sell text in bulk for $297 a month. You can sell the same plan for $50 a month and then make your money and keep 100% of that money. You get free software funnel baits, and those are access to our add user APIs where you can actually add users to 4 of our different softwares: Link Wizard, Sticky Reviews, Invoicing You, and Magic Zap. You got unlimited users, so that means you can have unlimited free users in any of those softwares, or even sell unlimited accounts and keep 100% of your money. So you get access to one of those softwares. Free software funnel baits. We give you access to any one software you just pick, and you get unlimited access to add as many users as you want. It's a great way to grow your list or even make additional money. You get the weekly team meetings. We have a team meeting every week, Friday at 1 p.m. PST. That's anywhere from 1 hour to 3 hours to 4 hours to 5 hours. Depends on you and how long you want to stay. You get my time. We meet as a team. We go over strategy. We help each other, network with each other. And like I said, it's a great way for you to actually get more time from me, because you just show up, and until you want to leave, we stay there and hang out. You get access to the Zapier Teams accounts. We are Tier 5 has 5 different Zapier applications in the market, and we are Zapier certified partners. And we have a Zapier Teams account. We add you to the Zapier Teams account, which means you basically, basically about it. You get unlimited Zaps and unlimited tasks, and even you get pre-made Zapier templates for all our software, so you don't even have to make those. You just have to edit them a little bit. That is going to cost you $156 a month if you just go to Zapier and buy the same thing. You also get extra revenue shares. So instead of getting just 2 revenue shares for your community membership, you now get 5, which means you own a higher percentage of our company. And then Tier 1 revenue shares. You unlock Tier 1 revenue shares. That means for every community member that you bring in, remember that's limited to 750 community members. For every community member that signs up because of you, you get 3 additional shares. So you just get 3 additional shares for that Tier 1 revenue. So you unlock that. And then if you want to join the Inner Circle is the most elite group of Tier 5. It is limited to 50 people, and this team's membership is limited to 100, and the Inner Circle is limited to 50. So with this Inner Circle membership, you also get an agency software pack. So, but instead of getting 5 accounts, you get 10 accounts instead of 5. So you get
like
double the amount. Correct. It's like a booster. You get 10 accounts. So essentially, right now with our 6 softwares, you're going to get 66 accounts. You're going to get 6 accounts for yourself and your personal use, and then 60 more accounts that you can sell or give for free to build your list, or give out to get somebody to take one of your other offers or whatever. You do whatever you want with them. If you decide to sell them, you keep 100% of the profits. All right. You also get the weekly team meetings, just like we talked about before, but then we also have weekly Tier 5 Inner Circle meetings where we talk even more about high-level decision-making, and we rely on the Inner Circle members to help guide and steer the company. So you actually get to you actually get to take advice. There's 50 of those available, and we've already sold 13 of them, I think. So there's maybe 37 of them that are actually left if you wanted to get in there. You get free software funnel base as well, but instead of just getting access to one, you get access to all of them. So instead of just getting access to pick one of the software funnel base, you get access to all of them. You also get the Zapier Teams account. You also get extra revenue shares. So instead of getting 2 revenue shares at Tier 5 for your community membership, you get 10 revenue shares. So you get more stock options, basically. And then you unlock your tier 1 revenue shares and Tier 2 revenue shares. So if you recruit a new community member out of those 750, you get 3 additional revenue shares for that direct recruit. And then once you bring in that community member, if he brings in 10 community members himself, you get 2 additional shares for each community member on your Tier 2. All right. So hopefully that all makes sense. And this, to kind of end our presentation up, we don't want to sound cocky. We don't want to sound arrogant, because we're by far that whatsoever. We do need your help, and we do want your help, but we do want you to know that we're going to do this with or without you. We're already doing it. We've been doing it for the last 3 years. It's a proven model, and we are making this transition from a service-based company to a product-based company on our own with no marketing experience, slowly by slowly. We want your help to accelerate this, is what we want your help with. But with or without you, this is going to happen. All right. And everybody says this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, right? Everybody says that. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I know everybody says that. But I do want you just to take a second and look at what we're offering you. Look at what we're prepared to give you. Look at our offer and what you get with our offer versus what you get from anybody else, right? You can go out and you can promote ClickFunnels, and you can make, if you go promote ClickFunnels, you can make a 40% commission on your Tier 1 and a 5% commission on your Tier 2, and you have no ownership of that company. You have no control. You have no say. You don't get to say, hey, could you add this feature in? And they add it. They don't even respond to their customer support tickets for the most part, all right? So with our opportunity, you get more commission. On your Tier 1, you get 41%. On your Tier 2, you get 17%. And we give you literally stock options, ownership of our company. You do get to go in and actually influence what we build and have a say in a decision on what we actually build. We build software literally for you, the community. So we have a proven track record. We've shown you our proven track record. We've been here for 3 years. Look at the current progress. We opened this up. Like I said, we have no marketing experience. We're not marketers. We're not even really social people, and we're not even really, get along with people unless they're super geniuses. Like, we're not even that social, and on our own, we've been able to actually grow this now and bring in almost 100 community members in this opportunity. So pretty soon we're going to fill this up, and you will miss out if you don't jump in. You don't have to jump in today, but I can't promise you I can't tell you when this is going to be available to you. It's going to be available until we meet our goal, and once we meet our goal, it's done, because we want the smallest amount of people to grow with us, all right? We are giving up a lot of stuff here. Literally, we are giving up a lot of stuff so that we together can fulfill our passions, and so that we can really actually get the one thing that we're missing, which is the content and the marketing side. We don't want to do that. We want to build software. We want to build amazing software. We need a front end. We are the back end. Tier 5 community. You are the actual front end. And that's what we're looking for. And like I said, we're going to do it with or without you.
And we just need that little investment from you, which I am pretty sure that you, anyways, every month you waste that little money, like $100, $200, or $300. You just waste it every month.
You probably spend that much money. You probably spend $97 a month on software that you don't even actually use. Yes. And if you did try to use it, wouldn't even work properly. Right. You're probably spending that much money on McDonald's every single month, or on fast food every single month. You're spending that much money a month on things that actually have no real value to you in your life and will not actually build a long-term wealth for you. I guarantee it. I will tell you that with 100% conviction. I guarantee you, you are actually wasting more money right now than what we're asking you to invest in this opportunity. But that is the end of our presentation. So now we're just going to open it up. If you guys have any
questions or concerns or QA, we'll just answer it for you.
So to answer your question, Simon said, do you support community members with Zapier questions and integration? So let's just take a look here real quick, and let's just go. Here's me. Here's the Tier 5 community right here. So every single day inside the community, every single day I go in. Is there anything that you need help with? If you need help, I go in and respond and actually help you out. All right. Here's literally just a recent picture that we took. One of our community members right here, Munar, one of our community members, he flew all the way to India to hang out with us and check us out. But you can see every single day I go in and ask, is there anything that you need help with? I'm so available and give you guys so much time to scroll down to see some of the activity in the community. I want you to see that almost every day I'm in here. Is there anything that you need help with today? Almost every single day. What do you need help with? So yes, we totally support. We totally support you and your questions. Any of the community questions, we are there to help you. So yes, we do help you with any of that. If you're on the Teams account, then literally we pre-make the zaps for you. Most of the zaps are pre-made. If you struggle with them, we just actually make them up for you. We place them in the shared folder, and then you can just go grab them from the shared folder, copy them, and just make a little edits for yourself. All right. And then to answer your other question, as you're on holiday for the next 3 days, is it best to sign up for the community membership when you return? That's completely up to you. Yes. I would say it's best to sign up now, because I can't tell you, literally, I can't tell you when this opportunity is going to be over. I can't tell you that. I can tell you that once we actually reach our goal, we want the smallest amount of people possible. That once it's over, and you won't be able to get in. So you get in whenever you want. If you want to wait. Yes. If you want to get in now, you can get in now. It's completely up to you.
And even if it's 3 days holiday, we are still going to be at least minimum. Like we are still going to be available to the people if they need us. So I mean, there is no question of that we won't be available or something. So yeah, it totally depends on you that when you want to sign up for it. We're not going to force it. We're not going to force it.
That's correct. We're not trying to sell you something. Like literally, we're not trying to sell you anything at all. This is an opportunity. Like I said, we're going to do this with or without you. We do want to align ourselves with entrepreneurs, business owners, and digital and affiliate marketers. And I told you I would tell you why. And the reason why, the reason why is because we know in the community model that the entrepreneurs and the business owners, they will actually be able to find the best ideals for the best software products that will hit the market and will be profitable. Those entrepreneurs are always thinking of new things. They're innovative. The business owners, they have experience in their own business, and they know what software they use and where it's lacking and how to actually make it better, right? So those two types of people will actually be able to be the best people to give us the ideals of what should we build so that we can validate them. And then the digital and affiliate marketers, they are going to be able to, be the sales force and actually do all the content and actually promote out and actually make it a hyper profitable company. So that's why we're wanting to align themselves with those types of people in the community. Like I said, we're not trying to sell you anything at all. It is an opportunity. You take it or you don't take it. It's pretty straightforward. So I was just worried about security and support. So there is no security issue whatsoever because, like I said, you still have your own Zapier account. We can't access your Zapier account. It is a Teams account, so that means you don't have to pay for it. We pay for it. We don't have access to it. We can't access it, but there is a shared folder, and what we do is we make template zaps, pre-built zaps. We put them in the shared folder. You go in and copy that template, and then you move it to your personal folder, and then just make a few edits and modifications on it. So support is still available, yes. So you will be able to, there will be support, but we are closed for the next 3 days. So we are closed. It's a holiday like Christmas. And as you guys can understand, you guys won't work on Christmas. I could almost guarantee it. So we are observing, it's essentially Indian Christmas. So we are on holiday, but we are still, especially me and Akita, we are still going to be available for whatever you need, especially for the community. So. Yes. Any other questions? If there's any other questions, we're going to field those questions. If not, we're not gonna If not, we're going to go and we're going to be done. So I'm going to give you guys like 20, 30 seconds. If you have any questions, you can raise your hand and I can turn on your mic. You can ask them. You can ask the questions in the question area. You can put the questions in the comments. Or if you're on Facebook, you can put your questions in your comment box on Facebook. So I'm going to give you just a couple seconds. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask them. If you don't, like I said, we're done. Our presentation is over. Like I said, we're not software engineers. We're marketers, or we are software engineers. We're not marketers. See how stupid we are when it comes to marketing? We don't even know what we are. We're not marketers. We are not marketing people. We are software engineers. That's what we're good at. That's what we're passionate about. And that's what our company does. That's what we're really good at, is building software. Lance says that he loves it. He's just sorting out funds for the 297 level. We'd love to have you as an Inner Circle member. If you join the Inner Circle, you do also get a chat bot. We give you a chat bot that's ready to go with pretty much everything that you need to promote Tier 5, to give out your free software accounts, to sell your free software accounts, to educate people about the opportunity. And then we maintain that and we edit that. If you need help, if you need more things, then you can just petition in the Inner Circle and we'll go in and add those in. And then if you want to be a product owner,
yes.
all right? So if you want your actual own SaaS software and you want to be controlling, what new features do we build? How do we price this? Where do we get marketers? You can apply to be a product owner. There is some work and there's a lot of extra incentives. So you get a lot more revenue shares if you want to be a product owner. You get a % of all the money that's made by that particular software. And then you also get some additional revenue shares of Tier 5 if you are a product owner, all right? The only way you can be a product owner is you have to apply for it and get accepted. And you have to apply for it and get accepted. And then we have to have a chat to make sure that you're willing and you're able to actually manage a software product and do the work that is required to make that software product competitive and stay competitive in the actual market, all right? But if you want to apply for that, you do have to be an Inner Circle member. We won't accept applications for product owners if they're not Inner Circle members, all right?
Yeah.
How do I fail the application process? How do you fail the application process? Are you saying how do you fail the application process? What do you mean by that? How do you fail the application? No, he's saying how does he fail the application process? So how do you fail the application process? You end up not being the right fit for the community. That's how you fail it. So there is an application to join the Tier 5 community. You can find out more if you go to community.tier5.us. You can watch a previous version of this presentation. That's going to be that's going to be replaced by this version of this presentation, as we're trying to get better and better at our little marketing skills that we unfortunately don't possess because we're software engineers. All right, so you can go to community.tier5.us and you can find out more information. You can watch this presentation that's going to be posted there. You can watch it over. You can see some more of the information. You can see other community members. You can learn more about the softwares. If you want to learn more about the softwares, you can just click on these buttons and they'll take you to each of the softwares where you can actually learn more and more about each software, what they do, what you're going to get access to. You can watch a testimonial. So you can watch, this is a testimonial of actual community members as well. So here's actual community members giving their testimonials and what they think about the community, why they joined. And then if you want to join, you can just go through the application process and you just fill out this. You just answer them honestly. So answer out this application process honestly. So you just go in and answer this application process, and then you need to pay your application fee, which is $97 a month. And if you get approved to join the community, we'll let you in the community. If you don't get approved to join the community, we will give you a full refund, and we'll also give you unlimited access to all our software for free for 180 days. All right. So if you are not a good fit and your application gets declined, so like I said, there is an application process. We do look at everybody. We do look at your answers and see what answers that you give. And if you are a good fit for our community, and we believe that you're the good type of fit that is going to thrive, and that we actually want to give ownership of our company to, and we actually think is going to working with you and you being in this company, or you being a silent partner of this company and you being in our community, if we think that's going to be a symbiotic relationship where where it's not one-sided to you, but it's symbiotic, and you're actually going to be able to benefit the community, and the community is going to be able to be benefited from you, and it's a two-way benefit. Then we'll allow you into the community. If we don't like your application and we don't think that you're actually going to be a benefit to the community, or that the community is going to be a benefit to you, all right? We want it to be a two-way thing. If we don't accept your application, you will get a full refund, and we are going to give you 180 days of access to all the Tier 5 software for free. So you'll get 180 days, that's 6 months worth of software access that you will get for free. All right? Any other questions? Any other questions or any other questions that you guys want to ask today about the community membership? All I can tell you, Simon, is just go in and fill out the application. So I'm not going to tell you what answers you need to put in. I'm not going to tell you what answers you need to put in. You just need to go into the application. You need to fill out the application. And then, like I said, you'll either be accepted into the community, and we'll let you know, or we'll give you a refund and give you 180 days worth of software for free for going through the application process. So I can't tell you the answers to put here. All I can tell you is come to the application, fill out the application, and you'll get all the information that you want. All right? So Lance, I gave you the link to join the community. I gave you the link. It's just community.tier5.us. But I don't think you guys have any other questions. So if you guys don't have any other questions, I don't see any other questions on Facebook. I don't see any other questions here in the question section. So I don't see any other questions.
Okay.
So that's it then. Thank you guys so much for coming. If you want, go through the process, fill out, if you're interested in the opportunity, go through the process, fill out the application, and then maybe you'll get inside the community.
Right.
If not, like I said, you'll get a full refund. You won't be charged at $97, and you'll get unlimited access to all our software for 6 months. All right. I'd love to see the types of people that we want in the community. Like I said, business owners, entrepreneurs, and digital and affiliate marketers. So if that sounds like you, odds are you're actually going to get accepted into the community. If it sounds like you're one of those people. But that is the end of our presentation. I do want to thank you guys so much for showing up today. And if you have any questions, you can just always ping me on Facebook, find me on Facebook. And I'm pretty responsive there. So that's it. See you guys later. Thank you so much for.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much again for coming today. So we'll see you. We'll see you sometime later. After Monday, we won't do another presentation until after Monday. Hopefully, we'll be full up by then. See you guys. Have a great day.